Hello everyone, hope you are doing well. Today I'm going to discuss how to find gradient of the line through different condition. Gradient. What is gradient? Gradient means steepness of the line. Gradient means slope of the line. Gradient can be found out by taking rise and run of the line. Rise means the vertical distance of the line, and run means the horizontal distance of the line. Gradient can be found out by the formula y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1 when the coordinates are given. Gradient can be found out, for example, if equation has been given, gradient can be found out by arranging the equation in its general form when an equation has been given. What you're supposed to do, you need to make y the subject, you need to make y the subject, then coefficient of x is called gradient. When equation has been given to you, when a linear equation has been given to you, you need to make y the subject. After making y the subject, then the coefficient of x is called gradient. Gradient, you will learn how to find gradient in A levels by differentiating the equation as well. Okay, now I'm going to give you some examples how to find gradient of the line by rise ratio run, how to find gradient of the line when coordinates are given, how to find gradient of the line when equation has been given. Let's take some examples. Here are some lines, here are some straight lines. I'm going to find it out the gradient by the formula rise over run. For example, line J is there, the vertical line J is there. An examiner is asking you to find the gradient. So how can I find it out the gradient? You need to take any 2 points. How to find gradient? Take any 2 points or coordinates which lies on the line. For example, I'm taking the 2 points, this one and this one. Now, what you're supposed to do, you need to check how many vertical distance are there and how many horizontal distance are there. Now, let's count the vertical distance first. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. In this line, there's a 5 vertical distance. The 5 rise over here between the 2 points. And what about run? Run means horizontal distance. If you check the 2 points, there isn't any horizontal distance. If the 2 point does not have any horizontal distance, so it means it's 0. When a number is divided by 0, it gives maths error, undefined answer. So if the line is vertical, it means the line is having undefined gradient. So a vertical line is having maths error gradient, undefined gradient. Then we are having the horizontal line. Let's take the horizontal line first, and then we will discuss about the rising and falling line. Line K. Line K is the horizontal line. Now check how to find the gradient of horizontal line. Again, you need to take any 2 points, which lies on the line. Take any 2 points. It's up to you. There are so many points. Let's check the points. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The whole number of points are there. There are so many points. You need to take any 2 points which lies on the line. It's up to you. It's up to you. So I'm taking this one and this one. Okay. Now the formula again, how to find gradient through rise ratio run. You need to check how many vertical distance between the 2 black points, black dotted points. If you check the 2 points, the 2 point does not have any vertical distance. So it's having 0 vertical distance. Then check the horizontal distance, 1, 2, 3. Between the 2 points, there is 3 horizontal distance. So 0 upon 3, it will be 0. So what it shows when the line is horizontal, it's having 0 gradient. So what you understand, if the line is horizontal, it means there isn't any slope. If a line is vertical, that it means it's having a undefined slope. Horizontal line having 0 gradient, horizontal line having 0 steepness, 0 slope, and vertical line is having undefined gradient, maths error gradient. Okay, then let's check the J line, rising line. Line J. This one is line J. Now, how to find the gradient of line J through rise ratio run? Again, take any 2 points, which lies on the line, the whole number, it must be the whole number point. It will be easy for you to identify the vertical and horizontal distance. Let's check. There are so many points. Point number 1, point number 2, point number 3, point number 4, point number 5, point number 6. There are so many whole number points on the line. Now, what you're supposed to do, take any 2 points which lies on the line. I'm going to take this one, point number 2, and point number 4. You can take point number 1 and point number 3, point number 1 and point number 2, any 2 points. It's up to you. Take any 2 points which lies on the line and then check how many vertical distance are there and how many horizontal distance are there between the 2 points. Now, let's check. From point 2 to point 4, there are 2 vertical distance. The formula is rise over run. There are 2 vertical distance and the horizontal distance are 1, 2, 3, and 4. 4 horizontal distance. If a vertical distance having upward direction, it means it's a positive. If a horizontal distance is having positive it's right towards right direction, it's having a positive sign. So vertical distance is towards upward and horizontal distance is towards right. So both are having positive sign. So if a line is rising, it means it's having a positive gradient. So what you understand means rising line, the third type of line, rising line from left to right having positive gradient. So the third one is done. Number 1, we have done a horizontal line, 0 gradient, vertical line, undefined gradient, a rising line from left to right having positive gradient. Now the fourth type of line, if there is a falling line from left to right, then what will be the gradient? Like line K, the red line, line K. Line K is the falling line from left to right. It's a falling line from left to right. Now let's find it out the gradient. It will have a positive gradient or it's having a negative gradient. Again, the concept is same. Take any 2 points, point number 1, point number 2, point number 3, point number 4, point number 5, point number 6. It's up to you. Take any 2 points which lies on the line. I'm taking point number 1 and point number 2. It's up to you. You can take point number 1 and point number 3, point number 2 and point number 4, point number 1 and point number 5. Take any 2 points which lies on the line. After taking 2 points which lies on the line, then you need to check a vertical and horizontal distance between the 2 points. Now check the vertical distance. A vertical distance is towards down. So its rise is its vertical distance is -1 because it goes 1 point down. And let's check the horizontal distance. The horizontal distance is 2 towards right, so it's having +2. So the gradient of line K is -1/2. It means it's having a negative gradient. So what you understand that a line having a negative gradient, it means the line must be falling from left to right. This is the fourth one. Number first, horizontal line. Number second, vertical line. Number third, rising line from left to right. Number fourth, falling line from left to right. So we have done how to check the line having positive gradient, negative gradient, zero gradient, or undefined gradient. If it's horizontal line, means it's having zero gradient. If it's vertical line, means it's having an undefined gradient. If it's a rising line from left to right, it means it's having a positive gradient, and in falling line, it's having a negative gradient. Now, the second, now how to find the gradient through coordinates. Hope you understand the first part of the gradient, how to find the gradient through rise ratio run. Now, the second part is how to find gradient through coordinates. Let's check. Let's suppose the two coordinates are A, 3 and -1, B, 1 and 2. Examiner is asking you to find the gradient. Find the gradient of line AB. The 2 points A and B, A having coordinate 3 and -1, B is having coordinate 1 and 2. And the formula of finding out the gradient is through coordinate. Y2 minus y1 means change in y upon x2 minus x1 means change in x. What is y2, what is y1, what is x2, what is x1? The two coordinates are x1, y1 and x2, y2. The two coordinates, coordinate number 1 is x1, y1, and the coordinate number 2 is x2, y2. Now replace the values. Y2 minus y1, y2 is 2, minus y1 is -1. Over x2, x2 is 1, minus x1, x1 is 3. Then same sign. When same sign are there in multiplication, it gives positive answer. 2 minus minus plus 2 plus 1. And 1 minus 3. Plus 1 and -3. Different sign. When there's a different sign, in addition or subtraction, in different sign, values goes down. So 3 minus 1 will be 2. Which one is the larger value? Which one is the larger number? 3. Having negative sign, you need to write -2. Different sign means values goes down. You need to put the sign of larger value. You need to put the sign of larger number. In the numerator, 2 plus 1 become 3. 3 upon -2. The numerator having positive sign and the denominator having negative sign. So it gives plus minus minus -3 over 2. So this is the way to find out the gradient when coordinates are given. This is the second method to finding out the gradient. Now the third one, how to find gradient when equation has been given. When a linear equation has been given. How to find gradient when a linear equation has been given. For example, 3x minus 2y minus 3 is equals to 1. Examiner is asking you to find the gradient of this line. This is a linear equation. How to identify that the given equation is linear? Because the given equation having the highest power 1. If the equation having highest power 1, such type of equation is said to be linear equation. Linear equation means equation of a straight line. When equation of straight line is there and an examiner is asking you to find the gradient, so what you're supposed to do, you need to make y the subject. Make equation is in this form. Y is equal to mx plus c. This is the equation of a straight line. This is the general form of a straight line. You need to make positive y the subject. So 3x minus 3, it's minus 2y. After changing its position, become plus 2y. Now you need to make y the subject plus 1 become minus 1 is equals to 2y. 3x minus 3 minus 1, same sign, values goes up. Minus 4. Now 2 is multiplying over there, it will be divided after changing its position. Y becomes subject. When y becomes subject, then whatever the coefficient of x is, after making y the subject, whatever the coefficient of x is called gradient. So the line is having gradient 3 upon 2. So how to find gradient when equation has been given? Make y the subject. After making y the subject, then coefficient of x is called gradient. This is about the gradient, how to find gradient through rise ratio run, how to find gradient when coordinates are given, how to find gradient through equation, how to identify the linear, how to identify either the line is having positive gradient, either the line is having negative gradient, zero gradient, or undefined gradient. I hope that will be clear to you. Thank you very much. That's it for today. Thank you very much. Allah Hafiz. Take care.